Because then we spend the whole time going, well, you said, yeah, and then I replied by saying, and then
Okay,
that's
it's
boring.
recording. It's recording.
Okay. So what we were talking about with the conversation, when you're in an NVC conversation, when the ball of the conversation is being thrown back and forth. How do you know who's speaking, why they're speaking, what they're speaking, what's going on there? And I call it the conversational ball or the convo ball. What's going back and forth? And the way that it strikes me to help remember that is try not to end you're holding the conversational ball and everyone's looking at you and you're saying something. Don't end it with a period, end it with a question. If you just say da 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 period, you've still got the ball. You haven't thrown it to anybody. Nobody knows what you want, what to say, or what you want said. So when you hold on to the ball by just making a sentence and stopping, you don't give other people any heads up. You don't say, I'm throwing the ball to you, heads up. No, you don't do that. You're just holding the ball and they're like looking at you like, well, you've got the ball. Do you want me to have it? Are you going to say something else? Or what do you want me to say? Let me do some mind reading here. So instead, you offer them the gift of telling them what it is you want to know from them. You say something like, would you tell me what you heard me say? Not because I'm testing you, but because I want to see if I was clear about what I meant, if I got it across to you. They're like, oh, okay. Or you might say, you look at the other person, you get that they got what you're saying, and you throw them the ball and you say, here comes the ball, heads up. What's going on in you? Oh, she wants me to tell her what's going on in her, in me. Oh, I see. That's so clear. All right. And then you say what you say, and instead of a period, you end it with a question. What'd you hear me say? Or how is that for you? Or would you like to say something now? Whatever you're doing, you let them know before you throw them the ball back. You give them a heads up. Here comes the ball, heads up. Right? So let's practice that. What'd you hear me say?
You said so many things. Okay, I'll try to be
So
brief.
would you like to tell me what's going on in you right now with the
Sure,
idea of practicing? Yeah.
sure. So, well, the first time I heard you saying that about the conversation ball, I really liked the idea because I also remember you saying that when you don't throw the conversational ball back, the other person who is listening to you, that person needs to make like an effort to understand what you want next. And well, at least in my mind, I don't want other people to make an effort to
Effort.
understand effort sorry an effort to understand what I want.
Yeah.
So when I heard that, I really like that simple practice. So and it's not difficult. So there are simple questions that we can use to indicate that we are throwing the conversation ball back. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like the football, if you the basketball court, you let someone know if you're going to throw them a ball. Otherwise, you might hit them in the head. You give them a heads up if they're not looking at you. Heads up, here's the shot, or take the shot, or you give them some clue. Yeah. Okay. So I'm wondering what this practice will be like right now, and I'm wondering if people will learn and have fun watching us, if it'll be interesting for them. So I'm throwing you the ball. What are you hearing my concerns are?
Well, I heard that your concerns are that people will be having fun and will be appreciating and learning with us in this video talking about throwing back the conversation ball.
Thank you. Yeah. And what's going on? What's going on in you now?
Well, well, the feeling is good. I'm feeling light, relieved, because I really, really like clarity.
Mm.
And what you just did, like asking me what I heard you saying, what were your concerns that I heard, it helped me to attend my need for clarity.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it. So how is that for you?
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. I realizing that if I'm concentrating on always doing a question, I will begin to think that I have to do a question, that I have to ask you a question, or I'm not participating in the conversation. And of course, this is a tool, not a rule.
Mm,
So, of course, I'm at a choice at any moment. Do I want to throw you the ball or not? It may be I just look at you. I see you're nodding your head. You're totally in agreement with what I'm saying. You're smiling. You're enjoying yourself. I'm not going to say, if I see that smile on your face, I'm going to say, are you feeling sad? Are you feeling happy? What's going on?
mm.
That would just be really annoying to the other person, I think,
Yeah,
it's like, can you not see my face? I mean, can you not tell I'm with you? What are you wanting from me? So, yeah.
nice. Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
The other day I was talking with my girlfriend, and I like we were talking for I don't know around 30 minutes, and I think it was the third time I was asking her, "Could you tell me what you heard me saying?" And then she said, "Oh, could you please stop doing that?" Because she get annoyed with that question. So how to avoid that?
It depends.
It depends.
Well, as far as I know, we don't have control over other people. So we, in my understanding, there's no point to worry about what the other person is going to say, how they're going to respond. Only thing that I can be concerned with and have control over is how I respond to their response.
Hmm.
So in this instance, you say, I'll ask you, would you tell me what you hear me say? And you say, this is the third time you've said that. Would you stop, what she said to you? Okay.
Okay.
A little tiny mini role play here. So would you tell me what you hear me say right now?
Oh, again? So could you stop doing that? It's annoying me.
So I'm guessing, in my own head, I'm wondering about guessing out loud or making making a silent guess. I think I'll make an out loud guess and see how it lands with you and see where that goes. So I'm going to say, oh, whoa. Do you just want more ease and flow in our conversation?
Yes, ease and flow would fit pretty well.
Okay.
Okay, but what if well, it's just the first 30 minutes of the conversation and we will spend another 2 hours talking. How do I like how do I use this conversation ball going back and forth uh without annoying the other person with the questions?
Well, it depends. You knew I was going to say that
Yes.
because you're in the conversation. How well do you know that it's situational? There's context. When I was talking before about well, I'm not going to go into that. So it's just saying whatever is true for you in the moment. Like if you really don't think that she has heard you, because you're saying, look, I think red is not the color to have on the top of the chest of drawers there. And then she starts talking about the red on the, and saying, well, wait a second. I don't think I was heard the way I wanted to be heard. I was talking about how I didn't like red. And now I'm hearing you say, you do like the red? So are you hearing me say what I was saying about the red?
Mm, mm.
And if she says yes, then I'm choosing. Oh, she said yes. Well, but then she starts talking about the red on the chest of drawers again. I say, okay, so I'm hearing you're talking about the red. I don't like the red. I don't want to continue talking about the red. And what about that is not getting across? I don't know how to get it across in a way that you're hearing. Would you help me with that?
Okay, I got it.
Something like that.
Mm.
Or it could be like, I'm in conflict right now because we've been talking for an hour. I'm guessing by what you're saying that you're not following me, you're not with me. And yet I'm trying to honor your request not to ask you to tell me what you heard me say. Or, you know what I mean? What I was saying before, would you tell me what you heard me say? That you didn't want me to be saying that, but I'm not confident I'm being heard the way I want. So I'm kind of stuck in that frame, like, how do I say what I want to say and check with you without using these words that you don't like?
Oh,
And I'm wondering if you have a strategy or an idea about that.
I like this strategy. Yeah. Because in this way, I'm inviting the other person to develop with me a strategy that would please both of us. So that strategy is pretty good.
Yeah. And I have done I've expressed that I'm conflicted, what's going on in me, because I'm trying to get across what I want to say. I'm not trusting it's being heard the way I want. And then I'm also trying to honor her request not to say these words about what did you hear me say? So it's like holding both needs and trying to ask her to join me in the action strategy, right? How can we do this
Nice.
in a way that'll support us both and being heard by the other person?
Cool. I like that. Thank you.
Another thing is, yes, I have another one. If you want
Yes.
to have another one.
Yes, I want to hear that.
Yeah. Would be like with your girlfriend, you talk with your girlfriend, she says, hey, would you stop? That is so annoying when you say, would you tell me what you heard me say? I'm so tired of hearing that. Say, huh. Yeah. And it's really important to me that I know that you've heard me the way I want, not just heard me the way you want, but the way I want. I wonder if we can make a game out of it. And I could have three tries, like three strikes and you're out. And, you know, I'll be able to, you agree that I can ask you that 3 times in our conversation. And you can ask it of me as well if you think I'm not getting you the way you want. So we'll each have like 3 tries with that. And it could be like a little thing that we can do with each other that, hey, what did I say? You know, we don't have to say, would you tell me, would you be willing to tell me what you heard me say? We could just say, what did I say?
Nice.
Make it a game. Hand gestures, you know, I mean, it could be funny. It could be fun.
Gestures, yeah. Fun and helpful. and also make the conversation simpler.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that.
Like Marshall said, his little thing about that was to say, if I wake up if I'm sitting in the chair and my wife is sitting across from me, and I could say to her, wife, I'm wondering if you'd be willing to get up and go out to the kitchen and get me a drink because I'm very thirsty and I need some lubrication. Would you tell me what you heard me say? Or I could just go, hey, wife. And she would know what it meant.
Simplifying life.
Simplifying life, yeah.
Wow.
Like that time that simplifying life with mutual agreement. Because remember when I was doing something and you said, oh, do it this other way. And I said, well, I'm doing it this way. And you said, it'll be easier if you do it this other way. And I said, easier for you, not for me.
Yes, I remember that. That was a milestone in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what they call it's going veering off into a little other subject, but I'll just say a couple of words, and that's what they call global words. Global words are like always, never, you never, and then I can tell you that one time in 1984 when I did, right? Or you always, no, in 2014 I did do it. So it can lead, those global words can lead to conflict. Always and never. You never. You always.
Yeah. Oh, there are also two words that usually they are like they have high potential to conflict. Frequently and rarely. Because
Yes.
what number is
Because
frequently?
your frequent might be my.
Yes.
Yeah. Your frequent could be my rare, and my rare could be your frequent. So, or however I said that. Anyway, so yeah, any of those they're evaluative words, right?
Oh, that
if I say, I'm meaning to say, you did it more frequently than I like, then I'm owning it for myself. You do it more often than I appreciate. Or to me, you never seem to be, da, da, da. So I'm owning, it's my judgment and I'm owning it. Seems like me, it's forever when you're answering my question. Seems to me forever before you telephone me. Really, it's been 5 minutes, but it seems like an eternity to me. Yeah, my own.
that
Shall we end this now?
Yes,
Have we
we
said
should.
enough things?
Yeah, about the
Let's
conversation
just
ball.
stop.
I just want you to talk about one thing. What we were talking just now. There is another video in our channel here called self-reference, and the rarely.
Yes, that also.
Yeah, the self-reference. It's a good video that we talked about self-reference.
Yeah, we're being the agent of our own experience, and what words coming out of our mouth are letting the other person know what's going on with us.
Yeah, I'm going to.
If you really get that, then you don't. And
sorry, I'm going to put a link.
You're gonna put what?
A link to the self-reference
video.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
all right.
Do you have do you have anything else?
Bye for now.
Yeah. Okay. So, bye.
Probably, but let's stop while we can.
Okay.